Fellow compatriots, I come to you with a bit of uncertainty, some confusion. I'm in a little bit of a predicament, a crisis, a bit of a conundrum. And the maths is not mathsing, and I'm coming to you so we can make it make sense. So I'm pretty certain by this point, we are all fully aware that being a foreign national within the Republic of South Africa without the necessary paperwork and documentation is illegal. Nobody is disputing that. And from what we can see, government has acknowledged that there is a crisis and they've heard the complaints of the people and they are working daily to resolve it. They're working on a mitigation and we can mark that now as ongoing. So if you had to look at it, the two arms of the Abahambe movement, which is March and Operation Dudula, they've successfully achieved their primary objective. I think well done and congratulations are in order at this point. You've made enough noise, government has acknowledged that there is a problem and they are working to resolve it. And I think as citizens of this country, we have to acknowledge, accept and understand that this is not going to be an overnight process. Because these people just didn't appear here one day. They have been coming through over the years. I've heard interviews of people who are here for 10 years, 15 years, 25 years. Some have even been here since Mandela was on the island. So it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to be an ongoing process to remove and deport all these undocumented foreign nationals. But the fact remains that these two arms of the Abahambe movement have successfully achieved their primary objective. So the question now is, what is the need to march every Thursday? What are we trying to accomplish now? What are we trying to do? What more do we want? I think, and you are more than welcome to disagree, I personally think that it's a little bit silly. I mean, take the win, government has listened to you and they're working to resolve the issues that you raised. But why do you still want to march? It just doesn't make sense to me. And on an ongoing weekly basis. I can understand maybe once a month or once every fortnight at the most. And once every fortnight is being generous, by the way. But on a weekly basis. But why? I need someone to help me understand what value is it going to add to the movement or to the members involved in the movement by marching every week. The only way it's going to make sense to me to sustain this march on a weekly basis is if there's like a CV drop-off point along the route that you're marching or like a skills development center along the way that you can drop off your members there and say, develop your skills, drop off your CV, apply for a job. This is why we're marching now. We can't just be marching just because. It's a little bit silly, it's a little bit ridiculous. Because now the narratives that mainstream media has been pushing that this whole thing is politically motivated will start making sense. Because there's really no need for you to march and destabilize this country on a weekly basis. And then if you're telling me you're marching for the drug dealers and the criminal syndicate masterminds and all those people to be deported. So if we had to be brutally honest, even if you had to deport every single foreign national drug dealer, there will be a gap in the market that local people will go and fill. Supply and demand. It's either the existing local drug dealers that will be filling the gap, or you will have new players in the industry. So you're saying you're marching and marching until you win. Win what? What is it that you want to win? Do you want to win the election? Do you want to win the World Cup? Do you want to lift the Webb Ellis Trophy? What are we marching to? What's the win? Now, here's the other issue with this whole thing. They all start off, all these demonstrations and protests and marches, they all start off peacefully. But then we start seeing in the security groups, before it even gets published, we see it in the security groups. Tensions rising, confrontation, violent protest erupting. If it's going to be like this every Thursday, you might as well put a pin in it, can it? Because what you're going to do is you're going to piss off the rest of the country. It's not marching and marching until you win. It's marching and marching until you lose momentum or government increases the SRD grant by 25 rands, whichever comes first. So March and March wants to march and march every Thursday indefinitely until they win. We're still asking what is there to win? What's the prize? Do you want to meet His Excellency Comrade President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa? Because he met with Phakela Mthagathe and he met with Ngizwe, but he's giving you crickets and blue ticks. Is that what you're marching for now? If that is the case, we will start a hashtag for you. I think we can accomplish so much more by harnessing the power of social media. Like, tag, comment, and share. We will tag the president. You've got 1 million people on your page. Ask everybody to tag the president. He'll meet with you. We don't know whether it'll be in person. Maybe it's going to be via correspondence, but he will meet with you. Eventually, if enough people make enough noise and enough people tag him there, he'll get so frustrated with dealing with those notifications that he'll just say, okay, let's meet this person. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I need someone to make it make sense for me. Please, please. I really want to know. I'm not being funny. I'm not being cynical. I'm legit asking because I am confused.